In this video, we'll look at a noteworthy milestone in the EV industry, and that's in the US, where 2023 sales of EVs are expected to reach 1.3 to 1.4 million units, which would be a record-breaking sales milestone. Now, this would make US EV sales for 2023 roughly 9% of all passenger vehicle sales, and this is up from 7.3% in 2022. Hello everyone, my name is Mark Weich, and thanks for checking out this video on cleanearth.io. Before we continue, I'd really appreciate it if you'd consider hitting that like, and if you haven't already, that subscribe button. Engagement matters, so by doing that, you're really helping us to improve what we do here, as well as grow our platform, and we simply appreciate it. Inside the US, several factors have really contributed to this record-breaking milestone. Number one would be Tesla. So Tesla has lowered prices across all of its vehicles, making them more attractive to car buyers, and this has prompted other automakers to follow suit. Also, the Inflation Reduction Act, the federal tax credit that's available for the purchase of new and used EVs with rebates of $7,500 and $3,750 respectively, have also lowered the barrier to entry, and that as a result has also increased EV adoption. Also, the prices of critical minerals for batteries have decreased as well, which correspondingly have led to a decrease in prices for EV batteries, which is the most expensive part of an electric vehicle, and overall this has led to a price decrease in EVs. Despite the milestone, there are still some challenges for the US. So historically, EVs have been purchased by high-income early adopters, but the issue now for EVs in the US, one, is accessibility, and that means making EVs accessible to a variety of demographics and also income earners. And in order to do that, the prices of EVs will have to continue to come down, making them more affordable, as well as addressing concerns around EV charging infrastructure. As it relates to EV charging, public infrastructure is really going to have to improve because there is broad public perception that EV chargers are either unavailable or unreliable. So in order to facilitate further uptake of EVs, this is something that at the federal, state, and even at the private level will have to be addressed, as well as something that also needs to be supported by automakers. To improve EV charging infrastructure, several automakers have announced plans to adopt Tesla's charging technology, which is the North American charging standard. By doing that, automakers can really promise to buyers the ability to have access to a broad network of EV chargers, as Tesla Supercharger is the most comprehensive DC fast charging network in North America. And also, Tesla has plans to continue expanding the network, so not only giving Tesla owners access to the network, but the other automakers who will support the technology, many of whom will begin supporting the charging standard in 2025. The other component to this is really public awareness and increasing the familiarity of EVs, their benefits, how they work, and ultimately how people can function with EVs in their day-to-day lives. The other key issue as it relates to EV adoption is cost. So on average, EVs cost about $3,800 more than their internal combustion engine counterparts. Now, according to Kelley Blue Book, the cost of a traditional vehicle in the US, internal combustion engine vehicle, already starts at close to $49,000, which is quite a bit of money for the average American buyer. So when we talk about EVs, we're talking about tacking on really an additional $4,000 to that base cost, pushing EVs to roughly the $53,000 range to upwards of $57,000 range on average for a newly purchased EV. the next thing to consider is really the strategies by the automakers. So automakers like Ford and GM have delayed their plans for transition to electrification broadly. So this really creates a lot of uncertainty in terms of what vehicles will be on the market and when, and also the price points that they'll be offered at. And then there are the Chinese EV automakers that have designs on entering the US market, and this would include BYD and NIO. They are currently evaluating their strategies for entering the market. So there's still some opportunity to really solidify the US market to promote even further EV uptake. I've covered these topics in previous videos, so for more on that, click on the related videos link in the description. While the milestone in the US is noteworthy, the US still lags far behind other countries, and that would include China, Germany, and Norway. EV adoption in the first half of 2023 in China was 33%. It was 35% in Germany and a staggering 90% in Norway. Now, this EV adoption includes battery electric vehicles as well as plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. So the US still has quite a long way to go to match those numbers compared to countries like China, Norway, and Germany. So as we witness a shift toward electrification unfold in the US, there are still some challenges for the market to overcome for EVs to become mainstream. But these are not challenges that are impossible to overcome. It's really going to take a collective effort in order to really make EVs more attractive. And as I mentioned earlier, this includes public charging infrastructure, the improvements in reliability to EV chargers, as well as more solid strategies from automakers about their electrification plans. And then the other issue, as I mentioned as well, is accessibility and affordability of EVs. So share your thoughts about this milestone in the US. Do you think that the US will continue to see a surge in EV sales and EVs increasingly making up a bigger share of overall sales in the US auto market? And also, do you see EVs becoming mainstream? If so, what do you think the timetable is, or what do you think will be the contributors to EVs becoming mainstream? And if not, what do you think the barriers to adoption of EVs are or will be? So thanks for checking out this video, and be sure to leave your comments in the comment section below. And for more updates like this from us, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video soon.